Hello. Okay, I'm gonna try to record some videos. I'm getting this YouTube started. So I'm not making any promises about these first videos. I'll get better as I go along, I know, but I'm just gonna wing it. So this first video, right now let's talk about, I want to share about my MS. And because I know for me, when I got diagnosed, one of the main things I did is go to YouTube and search, especially, other younger women, other moms with MS, just to kind of see how do they cope? What do they do? How do they manage? So my doctors think I'm 30 now, and they think I've had MS probably since my late teens. I have a lot of damage in my spine, and I only have one lesion in my brain. But that lesion just so happened to damage my vagus nerve, which controls my autonomic nervous system, which then caused autonomic dysfunction. So anyway, for years, I knew something was going on with my health for years. But at the time we were really wrapped up in a super, that super ultra conservative Christian type community where you avoided doctors and, you didn't have health insurance and, all of that type of stuff. And so I did, had we not been caught up in that, I think I would have probably gotten diagnosed sooner and I could have maybe prevented some of the damage. But there's nothing I can do about it now, but I want to share that if you think something's wrong, don't let anything stop you from seeing a doctor and getting help. I was going to doctors on and off for probably about 4 years before finally just symptoms so crazy, symptoms came up that were so crazy that it caught everybody's attention. Okay, so 2018, I was at the park with my family, and I was on the swings with the kids because I'm a big kid and I love the swings. And all of a sudden, I felt like the right side of my body went numb, and I felt like I was going to pass out. So I jumped off the swing and I ran over to my husband, and all of a sudden, I couldn't even talk properly. We thought I had had a stroke. So we go to the emergency room. They thought I had had a stroke. My blood pressure was really high, everything. So did lots of testing, no stroke. I was fine. So they were like, well, it could be your migraines. Migraines can do crazy things. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So went home, rested, happened again the next day. Went back again. Everything looked fine. They said, I think somebody kind of mentioned maybe MS. Oh, you need to see an outpatient neurologist or whatever. They can take 6 months to get in with, blah, 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 blah. So, go home, rest, and the next day it did not happen. Okay, good. Hold on. Nope. Go. I'm making a video. Go, children. So then the following day, it happened for a third time. And I was like, no, I can't wait 6 months to get in with the doctor to find out what's going on. No. So we went back to the emergency room, and I told them, I was like, we need answers. I need to, we've got to figure this out. I can't wait. I'm at home alone with kids. I was homeschooling at the time. So I was always at home by myself with my 5 children. So they ordered an MRI, and that's when they saw the lesions. And so I was admitted and they started me on steroids, and they did more MRIs, and with contrast, without contrast, all of that kind of stuff. Truly, stop it. What was our deal? I would get you Chick-fil-A if you would let me record a video. Go. Yes, I bribe my kids sometimes. Shh. Anyway, so, and that's when I got the diagnosis. So my plan was to just treat naturally, because that's the mindset that we were in. And just things started getting worse and worse over the next 6 months. And that's when I started having the heart issues and stomach issues, digestive issues, all of those kinds of things. And it was about another 9-ish months of testing to rule everything else out when I was finally diagnosed with autonomic dysfunction caused by the lesion on my brainstem. So yeah, I mean, it was a long time coming, but I pushed and I pushed, and I was like, I can't wait anymore. I have to get answers, and thankfully we did. So I tried my first disease modifying therapy. I started it in June. Don't mind the child in the background, probably copycatting me. And I did a Baggio. I'm going to make a separate video about my experience with that. But long story short, I'm not on that anymore. After about 4 months, I had to stop. Again, I'll make a separate video kind of talking about that, because otherwise it'll go on and I'll start rambling. But anyway, so the plan is now to go with Ocrevus. I've heard lots of great things about it. My neurologists are working on getting that set up. Truly, Grace. Mom life. I bought you Chick-fil-A. Now go. Nope, that was the deal. I buy you Chick-fil-A. You give me a few minutes of quiet. Go on. Go eat your Chick-fil-A and watch your movie. Anyway. What did I say? Go. I'm too busy when they're at school to do these videos. I'm too busy trying to clean because Anyway, see, I'm getting rambling, and now I guess I better just end this video. So that is how I came to get my MS diagnosis. Again, if you feel like there's something wrong, don't let anyone tell you, oh, it's all in your head, you're imagining things, because your gut usually knows, and it can be really, really scary. I mean, it's still scary. There's still, okay, stop it. There's still a lot that, you know, I have to take a lot of medications to deal with symptoms, and, you know, I deal with a lot of pain and a lot of fatigue and all of that. But nice thing is I know why. So if my heart suddenly starts, you know, I feel like I'm having a heart attack because it's beating so fast, I know what's going on. I have medication that I can take. I know what to do. And it's just really, it helps to have answers. So yeah, that's kind of my boring story about how I was diagnosed with MS. Bye.